Hey everyone, welcome to Coaster Labs. Today we're going to be taking a look at the construction of Batman the Ride at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. This is the new for 2019 4D free spin going to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, California. We're also going to be taking a look at the Flash Vertical Velocity, which is the renovation of V2 Vertical Velocity, which is their unique intimate impulse coaster that goes over the front of the park. Now, unfortunately, for logistical reasons, I wasn't able to get to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom this weekend. I was trying to go on Saturday, but it just didn't work out. Traffic was a nightmare. So luckily, thanks to our lovely viewers here on YouTube and on Instagram, thank you guys so much for sending in some photos and videos of the topping off and some of the construction updates, photos, etc., and also some photos of V2 actually testing, which I'm going to go ahead and get into a little bit later. So let's go ahead and take a look. So on the screen right now, you should be seeing that some old, kind of like a refresher of what's happened since last time. We've got some photos of the of some of the supports as it initially was, and then as soon as I left, like the day after, it started going even more vertical. We had some parts of the lift going up. Sometimes they actually had to take some of them down because they went a little bit too quickly. Then we had the last Raven turn that goes into the brakes. Then the bottom of the largest Raven turn. These really went up really fast. Like, this entire ride maybe took 2 to 3 weeks. I initially last time went, I believe, on the 11th, somewhere around there, and they were finished by the 30th. It was nuts, but they went really fast. And that's really good. I have a feeling that's probably done by the same crew that's done the other 40 free spins in the Six Flags chain, so that may be why they went up so quickly, because they've had a lot of experience. I can't really say exactly if that's true, but I would suspect. So some other updates from Ace NorCal, and then we've got them getting into some of the hills, or like the little jumps before the largest Raven turn. They went really fast with this. It was really fast. I was very surprised. And then you've got some photos of all the brake fins going in, as they were also putting in the track sections too. They were also putting in the cross ties. They weren't leaving that for later. They were putting them in really fast, I guess, because they don't take very long. I saw some of the videos of some of the crew members putting in some of the bolts for the supports, and they just go in really easily. You just drop a couple bolts in there, some nuts, and that's it. That's pretty much it. It was very shocking how quickly and easily that kind of thing goes up. So then we've got the first Raven turn, which is that big one that swoops under the ride. It's going to go right next to Harley Quinn, so that'll be a nice interaction. Is some photos of the Raven turn, and it makes it look really big. It's incredible how big this ride is in person. I've actually seen it in person, because last time I was there they only had a couple of supports up and no track, but they went really fast. As you can see, our model of Batman the Ride is showing you how much they have left. They just had a couple sections about a week ago left. And topping off was, and thanks to Mike from Inside CJ, RIP Inside CJ, by the way, and then some video from Caleb J. Stanley, I think I'm saying that right, showing some of the progress they had. They just had a little bit left of the hill and the lift, and it's a really dominant ride, like I said in these posts right here. They're really close. They had like a couple sections left. I believe around on Friday or Saturday or so, where they left until Monday, because I don't think they're allowed to work on Sunday, I guess, even though they could have. It's a logistical thing probably, but they obviously want to give them a break. That's perfectly fine. So I did a little bit of a Q&A, as you can see. I'll go ahead and kind of skip past some of that stuff, and then within like the couple of hours of like doing this little Q&A, it was breaking news. It had just been topped off. It was nuts. it was really fast. They had to do some of the lift motors and other things like that before they could do the topping off, technically, of the ride. Hopefully the park did get a photo and video of the actual topping off. They had a little flag up there from Lejeune Zone on YouTube. Those were sent in by somebody else, but I was able to find who actually was from. It was from the Dream Zone on YouTube. Right, and then you got a view of some of the brakes and the fins, and the chain is ready to go. Even the little wheels on the chain are yellow, which I thought was really a nice touch. And then the Q building was actually turned black, which I thought was an interesting choice. Now this is a metal shed. Presumably this is going to be painted gray layer on, hopefully, or maybe this is just some kind of, I don't know. And then moving on to the actual lift hill, they started installing some of the fins as they were progressing with some of the bits of the ride. But then I also noticed that a photo sent in by Coaster Construction showed that there were actually 3 sections. On the lift, they usually have like 1 or 2 sections. We're kind of roxy back and forth, and this probably won't have the exact same kind of effect. It won't like flip you over, but they actually have 3 sections. Most of them just have 1 section of 4 fins and 1 section of 2. This has 3 sections of 4 fins because, you know, as history goes at Discovery Canyon, the person who's usually in charge of little logistical things like that, like how the rides behave and what programs they run, things like that, that person does like to push the rides to the max. Like for Wonder Woman, the Giant Discovery, they really wanted to push the ride. They wanted to make it go as high as it can go, as fast as it can go, spin as much as it can. And actually, somebody got sick the very first day. He does like the intense rides, so he does tend to really max out these rides, which is good because when I rode the Joker at Six Flags New England, I didn't actually flip over. I did get a couple of times where I was quote unquote upside down, I guess you could say. Probably close, but probably good enough. It was a fun ride, but that was the purple side. I didn't know that the green side was more intense. I was completely unaware of that until I left, and I thought, darn, I should have noticed that, because I actually did take a video and I did show that the green side flipped more than the purple side. But finally, I also wanted to touch on the Flash vertical velocity. The painting is now complete, and it actually looks really nice. The colors are growing on me. Probably not the best colors in the world, but they're good. I like the colors. It's going to be a very vibrant looking ride. Hopefully they'll add some lights and stuff like that. But also, it's testing. Well, not just testing, it's soft opened. So, for those of you who don't know what soft open means, hopefully most of you do, it just means that they're doing, I guess, some preliminary tests, and they're allowing people to be on. Since it's not technically a new ride, they're able to do that a little bit easier. It probably won't officially open. They don't have the sign up yet that says the Flash Vertical Velocity, but on the map that is technically what the name is going to be. Now, as per my insider for the park has been saying, that kind of stuff is going to be the sign and some of the thematic elements quote from the website are going to be coming later on, presumably with the thematic elements that Batman's going to have inside the Q building, so say like a Batman suit and maybe some like screens and stuff like that, and of course the Batmobile, and the sign for Batman, but also the sign for Flash Vertical Velocity, maybe a statue, maybe some lights. Hopefully, I really hope it gets lights, because lights on the coaster are always welcome for me. And then probably also some posters, as they usually do, for like Wonder Woman and things like that, and hopefully some scrim covers for the queue, because that queue does actually get really warm. So as somebody sent in a video of the of V2, I still call it V2 because that's what I've known it mostly as, so that's kind of just what I'll refer it to, but it's already testing. That's really good to see. I kind of wish I had gone inside because I wanted to get a closer look, but the trains will actually then still have, they're not the original colors by any means. Now, originally when I saw that it was being painted, because they kind of did leave that for last, they kind of just painted the train inside the station. They didn't take off the trains and do them elsewhere. So it was the primer white, and then now it's kind of a similar yellow to the yellow supports. It's a little bit more muted, I guess, of yellow. It looks a little bit more like a key lime kind of yellow. I don't know how you would describe it. It's not as fluorescent as the other yellow, and the seat backs are now orange, it seems. I'm just looking at a photo here. Hopefully it's on your screen as well. And yeah, I think it actually looks good. It's growing on me. It's probably not the color scheme I would have thought of. I would have hoped for more like a gold. That's probably what I would have done. But of course, you know, this is DC. That's up to them, not me. And I think it looks good. I actually do kind of like it. It does fit. It does kind of fit also the new logo that they have for the Flash Vertical Velocity, and also for the Reverse Flash. So that's a character that is presumably the Flash's enemy. So that is all for Batman Construction Update. It finally topped off. It's really cool. I have not seen any photos of the trains or boxes or the cars coming in. Hopefully that will be coming very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this kind of new kind of thing that I'm trying, definitely subscribe down below. We got more Batman the Ride construction updates from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. If you're here from Parks Bros, we have more of those coming up. We got a lot of photos online on Instagram at coaster.labs. We post super real-time updates. As soon as we get photos, they're on there. We've been getting photos daily, or try to get them up daily. Right now we also have a bit of a wager going on. As you know, West Coast Racers at Magic Mountain is it's taking a little bit longer than they probably would have anticipated. And right now I have a little miniature rose bush outside of my house, and so I'm taking photos of it. And the wager is, if West Coast Racers goes vertical before that rose blooms and then it also wilts, basically dies, and I will pretend to like West Coast Racers for one day. So if you like that idea and you want to go see that, and you want to go see that progress on Batman the Ride, to see this plant win or West Coast Racers win, definitely go check that out online and subscribe down below before you guys leave. So thank you guys so much for watching, and welcome to Coaster Labs, and we'll see you next time. Bye.